Hi all, good evening, this is Will. I hope you're all well. Just wanted to give a bit of a wrap really of today and some of the main events, what happened. Not too much of a huge day really, looking at cross asset classes, especially in equities. Main event this afternoon was looking at the Canadian dollar on the interest rate hike. You can see this coming just at 3 o'clock on the hour, and Sam was talking to me saying, "Our guy's going to be looking at trading this. Is that going to be okay?" And it often, nearly always, provides some opportunity here on the Canadian dollar when you do get these interest rates announcements. So it came out with a hike as expected, 25 basis points. That puts the overnight rate target at 1.25 now. And this was expected, so I think the bigger opportunity would have been here a very, very strong rally in the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar had that not happened. But, I mean, look at that range there, really. Look at the importance here of S2 as a pivot level. So quite phenomenal. Other news really was focused on, I guess, Bitcoin breaking below its $10,000 handle. We're now back up above this level, by the way, so it has been quite noisy, finally finding support around the 9225. 1 second. Is it here? Where's tomorrow's?
Where is tomorrow's?
So breaking below that $10,000 handle in Bitcoin, finding a bit of support now, but it really is interesting from a behavioral point of view, isn't it? The more noises that are coming out about regulation, about limiting crypto's use in societies, I think it's kind of dampening the euphoria that was surrounding crypto, certainly heading into the beginning of the year. Not just Bitcoin, but associated cryptos as well, all of the smaller ones. I'm sure Dogecoin is now not worth 2 billion in terms of market cap. But it's interesting looking at the crypto chart just in terms of what's happened since December the 18th. Do you remember when that's when crypto first went on the CME? So first went on the CBOT the week before, but it was on December the 18th where I've highlighted there that crypto first went on the CME. And trading this thing requires such a huge amount of margin through the CME. I just put on a short with 5 contracts at that point, just on the sims, not real money, unfortunately. But following the Amplify techniques and the Amplify strategy, scaling out when there's an opportunity to do so, I'm actually now just looking to take that final contract off this simulated trade, just to see how this could have been executed. We've spoken here at Amplify to a couple of people actually who really this year started to get involved in the crypto craze and have been hurt and want now to learn more about risk management, psychology and behavior. And I think especially for something as volatile and as behavioral as this, that's very important. So looking forward tomorrow then, what are we expecting? If I just slide over and have a look at the calendar. Overnight data from Australia, looking at employment rate. Industrial output out of Japan, but really we're starting with Swiss data, 7 AM for industrial output and retail sales. The next main data is coming out in the US, 1:30 initial jobless claims. So relatively light, I'm afraid, on the data front tomorrow. Until 1:30 where we get jobless claims. And then because of Martin Luther King Day on Monday, we didn't obviously get the oil figures today at 3:30 like we normally would. Instead, that's coming out at 4 PM tomorrow. So the DOE data coming out tomorrow in oil, and oil's been an interesting one obviously for the last kind of 6 weeks or so. I know that Piers has had a proxy long oil on BP until just a couple of days ago when he exited it all, which I would like to look into some insider trading data on this, because just after he got out of that long, BP Deepwater Horizon bill top 65 billion. $65 billion in compensation. This is making Carillion's the debt facing Carillion cheap. But yeah, big financial hit there for BP. Just on that Carillion news, it's just a sad state of affairs really. Carillion were halfway through the 5-year contract to refurbish and maintain 50 UK jails. So 50 UK jails were relying on Carillion for their maintenance and update. That's been obviously now going to be brought in-house, and it's going to be tough for Carillion. I've got one last piece of news to finish with some cheer on Carillion for you guys. Got sent this today. You can't see it because it's just showing CQG. Hold on. I got sent this today. Poor Diane. She's set herself up for the fools, unfortunately. That's it. So relatively light on opportunity. I think overall the performance of the teams here, a bit of a mixed bag. One person, I would say, guilty of over trading quiet market conditions. Otherwise, actually not too bad on the P&L front. Hopefully you guys have got on well. It's going to be relatively quiet, as I said, tomorrow, I'm afraid. So more of the same in terms of patient strategy and discipline. And we look forward to it. So have a good evening, guys. It's 5 minutes to 5. That's it. It's going to be over and out from us here at Amplify. I wish you all a good night. Take care. Thank you.